好，我们前面唱诵啊，差一点忘了，稍等啊，我们还是从唱诵开始。Rakra Tonda Mahaya Vishuya Samaprabha Aviknam Kurume Deva Sarvaga Yeshu Sarvada Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhuknatu Sahaveyam Kalavavahai Tejasvinavaditastu ma Vigvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Asato ma Satgamaya Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya Megdurma Amedam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti。好，我们还是从卡巴拉巴体的练习开始啊，还是尼亚纳木爪，手心朝下，后背挺直。好啊，之前练过同学就多做几个，然后没练过同学少做几个啊。好，先吐气放松 ，exhale， inhale， 好放松啊 ，exhale。好，准备啊，再来一次，走，吸气 ，inhale， 开始。好，我刚才大概是100次啊，然后看看大家，对 ，Hello， we start from pranayama practice， 然后我们做第一组并气练习啊，空巴卡 no 练习嘎啦，空巴卡 no 练习，然后 we are going to hold our breath for 30 seconds， 然后我们30秒并气啊，39秒过来，好，先吐气 ，exhale， 放松啊 ，inhale。Exhale， stay completely exhale。准备啊 ，inhale， start。 Exhale. Relax, inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. We're going to do another round of Kapalabhati practice. So use Vishnu Mudra, 溜后多么 both side, both ring, middle finger and this one. Yes. No. This one. Yes. So use your thumb and ring finger. Both side exhale. So 我们两边都是吐气啊，左边吐气，右边吐气，还是刚才那个 Kapalabhati。不好意思，感冒了。不好意思 ，Sorry, I have a cough. 好，我们准备啊。Vishnu Mudra. 1分钟 we're going to do this for 1 minute. I'll relax, exhale. Inhale. Start. Relax. Slow down, relax. Very good. Okay, another round of Kumbhaka. We're going to hold our breath for 50 seconds. 这次我们试试50秒啊，50秒屏气。好，先吐气，放松。Inhale. Exhale. 全部吐出去。Completely exhale. Inhale. Start. Exhale. That was 50 seconds. 50秒还行吗？好，吸气 ，inhale， 吐气 exhale， 好放松啊，吸气 inhale， 吐气 exhale。好，我们做 Nadi Shodhana 啊，还是做单边的。晚上的练习稍微简单一点，早上可能会做一些比较强烈的练习，但是晚上我们稍微容易一点啊，因为明天早上还有呼吸法，所以我明天早上可能练习稍微难一点。It's the same mudra, so press the right side, use your thumb, press the right side. Your thumb. Inhale from the left side, exhale left side. the same side for two minutes。好，先放松啊，吐气啊 ，exhale， inhale， exhale。好，准备啊 ，inhale。我们还没按到 exhale， 再来一次啊。好，走 ，start。从左边开始吸气，哎，好，左边吐气，左边吸气。好，放松 ，inhale， exhale。You can close your eye or you can close your eyes or look at your nose. Just don't wandering around like a meditation. 我们可以闭眼睛，也可以看鼻尖儿，都可以啊。但是眼神不要乱看，和练体式的时候是一样的。好，我们反面啊，无名指，哎，use your ring finger press the left side from the right side。先吐气 ，exhale， 走起。 好啊，放松 ，inhale， exhale。好，我们现在做两边交替的练习啊。We're going to change both sides. So use your thumb, inhale from the left side, and exhale right side. Three finger, yes, and inhale right side, exhale left side. So inhale, exhale, the same side, inhale, exhale. So we're going to change. 大家都知道哈，我们做两边交替的。好啊，准备，先摁住右边鼻孔 ，press the right side, use your thumb, press thumb, use your thumb, yes, press the right side. 先吐气，exhale。好，左边走起。Right side exhale. Right side inhale. Left side exhale. Left side inhale. Right side exhale. Right side inhale. Left side exhale. Relax, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, next practice is called Sitali. So Sitali, we were using Kaki Mudra. This is not Sitali 啊，这是不是西塔利啊？这是另外一个，我说错了。我们上一节课做的是这个，还记得吧？上一次是舌头伸出来，然后我们今天这次不用舌头伸出来，还有一种啊，就是你用嘴巴 Kaki Mudra。Puff your chin, hold your breath。然后吐气的时候呢，是从鼻孔 use your nose, exhale, close your mouth。对，吐气的时候呢，不要从嘴巴吐气啊，从鼻孔吐气啊。Kaki mudra，Kaki 是乌鸦的意思啊。Kaki mudra，Let's give a try 。OK，exhale，好，inhale。Exhale. Slowly go through your mouth, your nose. Slowly, slowly exhale from your nose. 特别好啊，我们再来一次啊。好，inhale. Slowly exhale，行吗？再来一次啊！这个就是降温的，特别热啊！我今天可能还有点发烧，快热死我了。我们再来2组啊！好，你看，准备好，走起。哎呦，这个练习真好！再来一组啊！One more time, let's try one more time. Kaki Mudra. Inhale. Okay, last one. Kaki Mudra. Inhale.对，大家要发出声音来啊。You needed to make the sound. When you go inhale with Kaki Mudra. 就好像飞机要起飞一样，飞机场起飞的声音啊，起飞没有？好，我们最后做一个啊，Brahmali。We're going to do the last practice Brahmali，Shamuki Mudra。然后是这个，我看有没做过同学哈，use your how do you say this？pinky finger？
Pinky,
pinky
pinky.
pinky under your mouth here。Ring finger under your nose，然后中指啊，middle finger here, and this one cover your eye, but softly cover your eye. And last, use your thumb, put in your ear. So basically, you cover the 5 senses, and then we go close your mouth, use your nose, and inhale, make a sound. When you go exhale, try to make the exhale longer than the inhale. Try to make a sound when you go exhale. 所以我们这个要点呢，是因为每个人可能气息都不一样哈，不管你是肺活量大还是肺活量小，一定要注意，就是吐气要比吸气长，吐气至少要是吸气的2倍，或者是2倍以上啊。这个练习 ，so your exhale should longer than your inhale, at least 2 times longer. And try your make a big inhale and exhale. Go as long as possible. So we can go you can do it by your own for 5 times. 因为每个人肺活量不一样哈，所以我们这个练习自己做做5次，然后大家都精神集中，把五感闭上，吐气比吸气长，注意要发出声音来啊，因为这个 Brahmani 是蜂王的意思，所以要发出蜜蜂的声音，共振的声音，从喉咙后面啊，就是这个声音不要从鼻孔发出来，不应该是瘪的，不应该是瘪的那个声音，应该是很饱满的，从后边发出来啊。The sound from the back of your throat。好，我们准备啊，好，准备好就开始，走，吸气。 大家做完了吗？好，谢谢大家，我们马上开始吴芳老师的课。彭爸爸，Good evening. I think we finished. We finished pranayama. There 1 more minute. Thanks everyone.
Good evening and welcome to Zen and Zazen on Mondays. Today in Japan is a holiday, the day of the ocean. But unfortunately, I couldn't go to the ocean because it's quite difficult to get to the beach from Osaka. There are some beaches around Kobe, but usually they're crowded. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this stay. And if you live in Japan, maybe you enjoyed yourself on the beach. Whatever. Today I want to talk about Sawaki Roshi's To You again, but before that, as always, let's sit together for 30 minutes.
好，我们还是从坐禅开始。今天日本是假期，是海的日子，海，Umi no hi，是今天是日本节假日，然后那个特别特别热，今天巨热无比。然后我们还是先坐禅30分钟，然后后面我们今天还是讲泽木老师这本书啊，就是吴芳老师翻译的这本书。
Thank you for joining. Today I talk about the fourth chapter of Sawaki Roshi's To You Again. Last time, 2 weeks ago, I finished with this saying that you should take care that you don't end up with your problems in the advice column of the newspaper. And what I basically said is it's the same with asking a question here, or if you ask a question on YouTube. It's okay to ask a question, but is it really an important question to yourself? And if yes, we first should ask the question to ourselves before we ask them to others and expect them to give us easy, convenient answers. And last time when I said that, after the Q&A session, or when there was the Q&A session, nobody said anything. So I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing. But of course you're invited to ask questions if you have some and if they are really important to you. Anyway, the first quote today is, no matter how you look at it, everything in the world revolves around food and sex. Food and sex are probably important for a lot of people. I don't know if for everybody it's only about food and sex. For some people, the center of their life is their family. For some people, it's about health or being, how do you say, in a good physical shape. For some people, how do you say, doing bodybuilding is the most important thing in their life. Maybe for some people, it's all about yoga. It's all about yoga. Your whole life is about yoga. Or for other people, the whole life is about Zen and enlightenment. Such people exist at all. But even then, the tendency is that we are playing a game with this stuff. We're trying to collect points by eating delicious stuff and making pictures of that and uploading them to Instagram and hoping that people connect on them. We define ourselves with friends we have. We define ourselves through who we are as yoga teachers or as Zen teachers. We define ourselves through our enlightenment experiences. Basically, at the end of the day, it's all a game. We're playing a game. And when we realize that, we should ask ourselves, well, am I really aware that I'm playing a game here? And am I playing that game in a way that's enjoyable to myself or the others? Or am I just trying to collect points and forgetting that I'm gonna be dead in 50 years or maybe in 80 years, whatever. I'm gonna be dead anyway. And a lot of people, a lot of us are playing this game exactly with this presumption. I'm gonna live forever. I will take these points with me to wherever I go. But probably that's not the case. So whatever dessert you ate yesterday for lunch, and whoever many people gave you thumbs up for that picture that you uploaded, for that dessert that you ate, nobody is interested in that. And even your enlightenment experience from last year, nobody cares about your enlightenment experience from last year. How do you live today? How do you live today? That's the important thing. That's what matters.
今天我们继续说那个泽木老师那本书。2周以前呢，老师之前说的是，就是我们在新闻的报纸上面看到那些提意见的专栏，你要小心，因为你的问题不可能因为你提的这个，就是你给这个专栏发了一封信，然后你的问题就会解决的。所以提不提问题，其实重点不是问这个报纸，或者是问报纸的负责人，而是问自己，你这个问题到底有没有意义？这是我们上一次课 老师讲到，今天老师又读了一章，我简单翻译一下，就是无所谓你看到了什么，在这个在世界上的每一个东西，好像都是和食物和性有关的。然后老师说，食物和性对于一些人来说是非常非常重要的，但是他不知道是不是对有些人可能没有那么重要，但是对一些人来说是很重要的。比如说一些人很注重健康，或者是这个人他很注重身材管理，他认为去健身房举铁是最重要的事情，或者是有些人可能你的生活就是围绕着瑜伽，每天就是练瑜伽，每天就是早上练晚上练就是练瑜伽。还有一些人可能就是做禅修，在禅修当中找到定，我们中文叫定，或者是瑜伽里面叫三摩地哈，他就是在禅修里面，就是你的生活好像一直围着这些，或者是其实这一些不管你在意什么，哪些东西对你很重要，其实这些都是游戏。老师之前老师之前也讲过了，就是我们是就是这些你在意的东西，其实都是游戏啊，就好像你是不是你这一生好像都在积分，为自己积分，然后然后攒分，想评出一个分来，然后你的生活呢，就是为了在意这些，发到朋友圈或者是 Instagram 或者告诉别人，向别人证明啊，你是好像是通过这些健康，通过身材管理，通过练瑜伽，或者是通过你禅修来证明自己，好像这些游戏对我来说特别有意义，或者说我的生活其实是围绕这些来的。但是当你做这些事情的时候，你有没有意识到，就是我自己在玩这个游戏，你有没有意识到你在游戏当中，你已经在这个游戏当中了？你是在意这个你是在意这个游戏呢，还是在享受我，还是享受在我当中？因为我们每个人其实都会死哈，50年、80年或者是几十年，可能有些人就会死了。没有人在意你昨天饭后甜点吃了什么，你觉得那个特别好吃，没有人在意。或者是那个你去年好像禅修找到了那个禅定哈，然后没有人在意，没有人在意你昨天吃的甜点是什么，或者是你去年禅修那种感觉有多么美妙。我们别人其实别人也根本不在意，因为你有的只有今天。我们应该活在当下，在意的是今天和将来。你现在在做什么？你现在有没有享受当下？大概是这个意思。
Thank you. Let's do one more. The next one. Imagine some chicks have found an earthworm and are fighting over it. That's exactly how human society looks. We're always quarreling, always want to have the biggest piece of cake or the biggest enlightenment experience. My enlightenment is bigger than yours. I'm more egoless than you, and that's how we quarrel. That's how we compare ourselves in the spiritual scene. Everybody wants to have the smallest ego. My ego is smaller than yours. Just like chicks quarreling over an earthworm, and most of the time we don't even realize it. We always want to be the winners, and we always feel like we actually are the losers. Maybe I do one more. People in the world only understand what's useful, in quotes. And where has that brought us? Nowhere. So Sawaki Roshi often comments on this question, what is a Zen good for? And if you tell people it helps to improve your mindfulness, it helps you to be better at your job, it helps you to be better with human people, it helps you with your mental health and your physical health, then they are happy. Okay, then I'll do it. But actually they're chasing after a carrot, and sometimes Sawaki Roshi asks back, so what was good about humanity? What's the use of humanity on this planet? What is humanity good for? What was your birth good for? What are you useful for? Actually nothing. And if you look at the things that are useful for something, For example, smartphones. At the time of Sawaki Roshi, there were no smartphones. Today we have smartphones and they're very useful. You can take pictures with them, you can telephone with them, you can surf the internet, you can even connect to the Zoom meeting with your smartphone if you want to. Very helpful, very convenient. And when I was young, to make a phone call from Japan to Germany was very expensive. If you write a letter, it takes 1 week until it reaches Germany. Now you can do that in seconds and it costs almost nothing. So what have we gained from that? Do we have more time for ourselves? Actually, no. The funny thing is, although a smartphone is so convenient, we don't have more time now. We're not more happy people, as far as I can tell. So I think that's basically the point Sawaki Roshi makes. So what is it that everybody's talking about when they say it should be useful? What have all these useful things brought us? Where have they brought us? Nowhere, nowhere. Actually, we're just as stupid as 2,500 years ago at the time of the Buddha. Same suffering, the same cluelessness. Why am I here? Why do I suffer? What's going to happen when the game is over? People didn't know then and people don't know now. Although we have invented lots of useful things. Okay, maybe today until here. If Xuan translates, then you're welcome to ask questions if you have.
老师后面又讲了2条啊，我先简单翻译一下。第一条是，就是想象一些小鸡们找到了一个虫子，然后他们在竞争，就这些小鸡们在竞争，谁都想要那个虫子。你看这个简直就是我们人类社会就是这个样子的，简直就是一模一样的。然后对，你看我们每个人都想得到那块最大的蛋糕。就是你好像总是想觉得啊，我比如说像我们做禅哈啊，我比你的禅定要好，就是我的自我，我的那个傲娇，对吧？我们俗话叫傲娇，我的自我比你的自我要小，我比你的水平要高，好像你总是想要赢，就不自觉的在一个游戏当中总是想要赢。那有一些人可能就是问泽木老师哈，那我们做禅到底为的是什么呢？然后有一些如果你得到的回答是哈。它可能对你的人际关系有帮助，对你的大脑有帮助，它可能让你比如说让你更加冷静等等等等，告诉你有这些做禅的好处。那行，那如果我得到的是这些答案，我觉得做禅好像禅修是有用的，这些东西对我有好处，那我就开始。你看，然后泽木老师又问了，那你觉得世界上有什么事情是对人类有用的呢？你觉得世界上有什么事情对人类有用的呢？而这些特别有用的东西把你带到哪儿了吗？你看，就好像我们的手机一样哈，泽木老师那个时代是没有手机的，我们现在这个时代有手机。你看手机很有用哈，可是你手机把你带到哪儿去了吗？好像也没有，它占用你更多的时间。就好像老师那个吴芳老师年轻的时候呢，电话费特别贵，他想给德国老师在日本哈，他给德国打电话的时候特别贵，或者是写信便宜，但是写信呢又会花1个月才能寄到德国。现在好了，有手机了，很方便了，但是有手机了很方便之后呢，你能怎么样呢？你又能怎么样呢？你不是还是这样吗？你像我们现在的人，现在我们有更多有用的东西，比起以前的人来说，但是你看我们现在的人和2500年前的佛的那个佛在世的世界其实是一样的，我们依旧很痛苦，我们依旧很经历一些你不想经历的事情，依旧很多人不知道什么是禅修，不知道什么是瑜伽，什么都不知道。你看我们现在所经历的和2500年以前的那些人是一样的，那我们现在社会这些有用的东西把你带到哪儿了呢？然后老师又读了下边一条，就是在世界上的人们只是知道什么是有用的，但是这些有用的东西把我们带到哪儿了呢？这个答案就是nowhere， 哪儿也没去。你看我们哪儿也没去，你还是在地球上吗？你每天还是经历痛苦，你还是和佛祖那个世界是一样的。我们哪儿也没去，所以这些有用的东西，那什么是有用的东西呢？什么又是没用的东西呢？那到底有用的东西有多有用呢？好像也没有多有用哈。那你是怎么定义它有用的呢？ 这是刚才老师说的哈，大概其实这个意思。
Okay, how about questions or anything else that you would like to share? Please feel welcome to do so. Ingo shared a file in the meeting.
I did. I just came across. Can you hear me?
Despite all our accomplishments, we owe our existence to a 6-inch layer of topsoil and the fact it rains. And what's the small one there? I can't read that. That's unknown. Okay, thank you.
Can
A
you hear me?
6-inch layer of topsoil and the fact it rains.
Can you hear me?
Yes?
Okay. Now it works. Okay. I just came across that quote in a presentation, and it puts somehow into perspective what it means to live a self-determined life if you own your whole existence to essentially growing plants and the fact that it rains. So if you lose one of the two, you're already done.
Yeah, and also the sun. Even with a 6-inch layer of rain, if we didn't have the sun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and oxygen. Oxygen is also important. There's a number of factors that we can't control and that are very, very important. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you grow your own food, you realize, you say, I'm growing my own food, I'm self-sufficient, but actually you do only very little. You depend on a lot of factors, and you're doing just a little help inside that big cycle of things.
Yeah, and that's what we often don't see in this world today, where we say, I want to live a life that's, maybe my sound isn't too good, right? I want to live a life that's self-determined, where I determine my destiny. I think you can determine your destiny.
Yes.
I need to work on my audio settings.
Yeah, it seems a little bit small, but I could hear you.
Okay, perfect.
Anything else you would like to share or ask? Bernard, please.
Yeah, it comes to my mind the part where you say collecting points on the things I'm doing that they're gonna matter after I die. But some Buddhists say that's like karma that has some repercussions on reincarnations and so on. So I don't know what you think about that.
Well, if you believe in reincarnation, then of course you could say the game goes on and on forever. So the points that we collect now will help us to go up to a higher stage in the game during the next level. So in the next life, and hopefully at one point we reach the stage of the Arhat. But I personally, I'm not sure about rebirth. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. For me, I would like to live a life that does not depend on the truth of rebirth or not. So I don't want to live this life only in the hope that I can collect points, good karma points for the next life. Even if there's no next life, I want to do the best with this life. I want to play this game that I have, even if it's my only game, and even if there's no second round, and allow it to enjoy it, both myself, but also everybody else that are also joining in this game. I want to play in a way that most people can enjoy the game in the, how do you say, best way, even if there's no second round. And if there's a second round, even if there's a second life and maybe a life after that, okay, then I'm gonna try that again. But my life now does not depend on the idea that there will be a next life. It also doesn't depend on the idea there's not going to be a second life, a next life. So it doesn't matter at all. Maybe it matters for the next life. Maybe there's no next life. But what I do today, how I live this one day, certainly matters for me and matters for the people that I'm connected with. So for me personally, the question if there's rebirth or not, if karma works or not, is not such an important question. For me, it's more a secondary question.
Thank you.
Somebody wrote in the comment section, I often wonder, without judging, why we do all this. Zen, yoga, Instagram, a poem comes to mind. And did you get what you wanted from this life? Even so, I did. And what did you want? To call myself beloved, to feel myself beloved on the earth, which is a late fragment by Raymond Carver from A New Path to the Waterfall. Perhaps the reason that we want to be the best at anything, competing, getting points. And so the person who writes this in the chat function maybe tries to say that whatever we try to do, we are doing because we want to be loved by others for that. We want to be, how do you say in English? Appreciated. We want people to recognize us. And I could imagine that that's actually true for a lot of things that we do, even when we kind of do Zazen. We join the Zoom meeting. We want others to see us. We want to be recognized. If we're honest with ourselves, I think we do a lot of these things exactly because of that. We want to be recognized or, if possible, loved by the others. This thumb up is also one form of that. Please give me a thumb up. Please love me, like me, like me. But if we live our whole life in that way, probably we're gonna always be miserable because we don't get this thumb up all the time. There's always one person who's giving us a thumb down. And sometimes, for example, I'm on YouTube, so I know it from my own experience. You get 99 thumbs up and you get one thumb down. And you care more about that one thumb down than about the 99 thumbs up. So you feel miserable. Who was that guy who gave me that thumb down? Who was that guy? I need to show him. So it's natural for us that we want to be loved by people. We want that people recognize us. But even that isn't, well, what Sawaki Roshi wants to say. Even if nobody loves you, nobody recognizes you, it's okay. It's okay. You just have to be here. Just be here. And you don't need to be loved. You don't need to be loved. But I think that's not so easy to get to that point. But if you let completely go of everything and then you realize, but I'm still here. There's a space for me. There's a time for me to just exist. I would say it feels a little bit like being loved by the universe. All of a sudden you feel like loved by the universe. You don't need the thumbs by people anymore. Or what Ingo wrote in the beginning, Even if nobody loves me, nobody recognizes me, but I still have something to eat and there's water. The sun loves me, the earth loves me, the rain loves me. Otherwise, I couldn't exist here. And this feeling that I don't get enough love, that I want to be loved more, probably that's also something that connects me, that connects all of us. Probably all of us somehow share this feeling. I could get just a little bit more thumbs up. Because we all get 1 or 2 thumbs down, and we all care about those most. So in a paradoxical way, it's exactly this feeling of not being loved that connects us to the rest of humankind, because all of us feel exactly that way. I can hardly hear anything. Can all of you not hear me?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Okay, so maybe that's only a problem with one of you. Yeah, anything else that you would like to share or ask, if you can hear me? Yeah, Chris, please.
I feel I have a personal question I think you could probably help with. Like, I've asked you a lot about quitting the game, and I feel like I understand a lot better now, like what you said about getting likes for my own life, for how I work and how I meet my goals. But I feel it's a little bit more complicated than when it comes to people close to me. So like, let's say for you as a teacher, like your close students, or like your children, your family members, or like thinking you have compassion for others and the motivation to help other people. And sometimes when you see people and you really want to help them quit the game, and you see them suffering and they're asking you for help, but they just don't get it. And then sometimes it's really frustrating. So then I get pulled back into this game, and it's like, well, wait a minute, I shouldn't be getting upset about this. But when it comes with other people close to me, sometimes it gets a little bit more tricky, I feel like. Do you have any insight?
I'm not sure if I really have something helpful to say there. I mean, I know this feeling that you try to help, but at the end of the day, you feel like you can't really help a lot of people. They don't just get it. But that's just the way it is. You would, in a way, that's also a way of trying to collect points or be recognized. I want to be a better helper. I want to be a bodhisattva. I do it only for the others. But even then, when I say I do it only for the others, I want to help them. In a way, I do it to be recognized, or to, how do you say, live up to that expectation that I have of myself. And at the end of the day, you have to realize you're not such a great person, even as a bodhisattva. When you forget about yourself, you invest your time, your energy for others, and it doesn't work. And that's the way it is. And sometimes, how do you say, you give all of yourself for the others and they don't even say thank you. They don't appreciate it. They don't say thank you. They use you and you feel miserable. And that's the way it is. At least often that was my experience, especially when I was still living in Antalya, and I was spending most of the day trying to help others. And often I felt like only used. But that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Maybe even Mother Teresa sometimes felt like that. Maybe that's why she had this angry face all the time, because she felt used by other people, who knows.
So you just do your best to help them, and you can't expect that you just give out your help and don't expect anything from it. Just do it for the sake of doing it, sort of like this.
Yeah, you do your best, and often it won't be enough. It won't be so good. But it's still, that's the way it is.
I guess it's not that different from my metaphor of the sports competition. If I go out there, I can't expect I'm going to win. I'll try to win and just try to play the game your best. So then with helping other people, it could be the same thing. You can't expect that you'll win. And yeah, so it isn't
exactly. You do your best and you might still lose, but that's okay. That's okay.
Thank you for helping me explain that. Yeah, thank you.
Anything else that you would like to ask or share? Actually, well, this is the last time this summer, because next week I'm gonna be away for a day from Osaka, and the week after that I'm gonna be on my way to Germany. So I will be away for 2 months, and I'm gonna be back here September 25th, I think is a Monday. So in how many weeks would that be? 10 weeks or so, I'm gonna be back. But until then, maybe Xuan-san can take over, have a longer pranayama class. And if you like, then please join Xuan-san for the pranayama. And I'll be happy to see you back at the end of September to get back to Dogen Zenji's manual for Zazen and Sawaki Roshi's quotes. Okay, so if you have no more questions, then thank you very much for joining, and see you again in autumn. Thank you, Xuan-san, for hosting us, and have fun with pranayama.
Thank you.
Have a nice trip.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you. A lovely summer.